Meet ICLEI, the International Council on Local Environmental Initiatives, a nonprofit private foundation dedicated to helping your mayor implement sustainable development in your community. In 1992, ICLEI was one of the groups instrumental in creating Agenda 21. The group's mission now is to push local communities to implement Agenda 21 policy that restructures our representative form of government through global and non-elected regional governments. And of course, ICLEI uses global warming and environmental protection as the excuse. I have a list of almost 600 American cities in which ICLEI is being paid with tax dollars from city councils to implement and enforce sustainable development. Here in Virginia, these communities include Abington, Albemarle County, Alexandria, Alta Vista, Arlington County, Blacksburg, Charlottesville, Falls Church, Frederick County, Harrisonburg, Norfolk, Roanoke and Roanoke County, and Warrenton. In each of these communities, ICLEI is being paid dues from your tax dollars as they teach your local representatives how to set up non-elected boards and councils that will dictate policy over your property, your industry, and your families, and you will have no say in how they operate. When ICLEI comes into your town, it organizes like a well-oiled machine, using a network of green experts, newsletters, conferences, and training workshops for staff and elected officials. And of course, there's money, lots of money, grants from federal and state and private sources, all with severe strings attached to enforce sustainable development policy. And here are some of the consequences once these programs and policies are enforced. High-density housing scams, traffic congestion by disallowing the building of roads, open space where access is not allowed, government partnering with favored private businesses and nonprofit organizations using your tax dollars, and mismanagement of public utilities. Prohibition on natural resources management and private property restrictions, and increased taxes, fees, regulations, and restrictions. In Oakland, California, such sustainable regulations are forcing every single homeowner to comply by dictating that they replace appliances and windows and roofs to meet strict energy use standards. The average cost per homeowner in Oakland, California is estimated to be at least $35,000. And if you don't comply, you won't be allowed to sell your home. ICLEI and others are dedicated to controlling your locally elected public officials to quietly implement any and all which is encompassing a tyranny over every community in the nation. The United States is not a global village run by elders who hand down the rules from on high. We are a nation of governments elected by the citizens. There is supposed to be discussion, debate, and disclosure so that all citizens know where, when, and why a law or regulation is being presented, and then we're supposed to vote on it. However, global forces, which do not accept the unique American form of government, sneak behind the curtain, avoiding controversy and honest debate. The only possible result can be the tyranny of a powerless electorate stripped of their rights, property, and self-determination. Mayors across the nation must be clued into the fact that ICLEI and its ilk are not their friends, rather the purveyors of a self-made crisis hysteria using fear rather than truth to impose their agenda on top-down control, sustainable development. In the name of conservation, we are experiencing a wrenching transformation of our nation into what can only lead to a new dark ages of pain and misery. As we meet here today, we must understand that we can never restore the republic and control government if we ignore the issue of sustainable development. No matter how many rallies and tea parties we have, no matter how many people we bring out to protest, no matter how determined we are to change things in America, you will never make a difference while ICLEI is hiding down in the bowels of City Hall, turning your own community into a little Soviet. You must address this threat head on. Understand that the main battle is being fought not in Congress, but on the local level right here. Stop efforts to create regional governments and leave your political boundaries alone. Above all, refuse federal or state money or new sustainable programs and get rid of the old ones. And if groups like ICLEI are now running things in your town, throw them out. Demand that your city council stop paying them dues. Disband anything that they have built and start looking for some high-grade tar and feathers. Nameless, faceless bureaucrats wielding power in the back rooms, untouchable and unseen, is not freedom. We must understand that the so-called environmental agenda is based on lies and deceit, that sustainable development is truly a Trojan horse for a policy of tyranny, and that it is the exact opposite of limited government, free enterprise, and individual liberty. Only by stopping sustainable development and removing ICLEI from your community can you ever hope to restore the Republic. Thank you very much.